What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. Today, we're talking about the NFL Draft's most prolific tight end that we have seen in a long time, Kyle Pitts, coming out of the University of Florida. He's an absolutely incredible talent. Can't wait to see where he goes. All that and much more coming your way right now! All right, Nick, we are ever so closer to the NFL draft. We are just over a month and a week away. I can't wait to get started, but we have some players that we still have to look at. And today I want to take a look at Florida tight end Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts is arguably the best player in this draft class. He has been regarded as the best athlete in this draft class, which, I have a little bit of trouble getting on board with, but he is by far the best tight end, and he is going to be extremely valuable in the NFL. He's going to be one of the best tight ends in the NFL. He offers a lot when it comes to stretching the field. He is not your typical tight end who's an inline blocker and then he can catch the ball. No, he is a guy who's going to explode in the secondary. He's going to be a tough matchup for safeties. He's too big for them. He's too fast for linebackers. He's a total mismatch, and he can run across the field and get the separation he needs. He did that a ton. He loves playing over the middle of the field. He had a ton of success there at Florida. Look for him to continue doing that in the NFL, and if he goes to the right team, he can have some of the best success we've ever seen by a tight end.
I absolutely love Kyle Pitts. Just scouting him over the last few months has really shown me that we are entering a new age of tight end, out with the old, big, burly guys who are going to help in the run game. Nah, it's more about the explosive, stretch the field through the middle type of guys. He reminds me a lot of Aaron Hernandez, and I truly and honestly believe that he's got the speed and the skill set to get there, also coming out of the University of Florida. So that kind of makes sense. But Kyle Pitts is a really, really fast and dynamic tight end. He's long. He can catch the ball. I truly believe that he is going to be a difference maker, and he's probably, in my eyes at least, the biggest and most talented non-quarterback in the 2021 NFL draft. I love what he can bring to an NFL offense. I love some of the fits that we have for him. But as my player comparison, I want to actually bring him to Darren Waller. That's exactly who I believe he is. I have looked at Darren Waller just like Kyle Pitts. They can stretch the defense. They catch really well away from their body. They almost are receivers, but they line up a little more inline. Either way, Kyle Pitts is going to be a dynamic weapon for any NFL offense.
I know I had a lot of nice things to say about Kyle Pitts earlier, but at the end of the day, I think his NFL comparison is nonetheless Noah Fant. I think the two are very similar. They have a lot of the same hype coming out of college. They both can stretch the field. There are mismatches, but I think that Kyle Pitts is not going to live up to being the best tight end of all time or the next Darren Waller. I think that Noah Fant is the perfect comp for him. They play extremely similar. They're not blockers at all. They're pure receiving tight ends. And so Kyle Pitts is going to be utilized as such. I don't think that he is going to be as explosive as he was at Florida, and he's just not going to be as big of a threat as he's hyped up to be. I think that Noah Fant is the ideal comparison, and he's going to have some good plays where you're saying, oh, there's a lot of potential there, but I think there's going to be a lot of plays where you say he was probably taken a little bit too high in the draft.
I disagree immensely, and we all know when it comes to pass catchers, I have the better eye. But what let's just add it to the list. First, it's Nick Bosa, then Kyler Murray. Now you hate Kyle Pitts. So let's just keep growing this list
Yeah,
because
we're building a team here. We're
I'm going
built.
to have an entire NFL franchise of players that you just can't stand, and I love it because I'm just going to win with this franchise over and over and over again. I'm happy about it. But nonetheless, let's take a look at some of the teams that realistically have a shot where we think Kyle Pitts is going to actually have a blossomed career. I take a look at number 6 with the Philadelphia Eagles. I take a look at number 8 with the Carolina Panthers, and then I also take a look at the Los Angeles Chargers right outside the top 10.
Now, I know you're going to hate me for doing this, but I'm also going to throw in the Denver Broncos. I think if you have one Noah Fant, why not have two? If you can have two guys like this who can stretch the field at tight end, kind of do something similar to what New England's doing, where you run the seams, but then you also have guys like Jerry Jeudy and Tim Patrick on the outside who can get separation by themselves as well, you would make such a dynamic offense with this receiving core. I think this could make Drew Lock one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, get him to that next level of his career. Look, I know a lot of people hate Drew Lock, but he needs a little bit more help, and I think that Kyle Pitts could do such.
I'm lost right now. Did First of all, you said Tim Patrick over Cortland Sutton, so you've already lost me.
Nah,
And
he'll get
then,
hurt again,
and then
probably.
you're trying to tell me that Drew Lock can end up as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL?
Yeah, I think he.
Zero shot,
Listen,
bro.
at the end of
Zero shot.
the day, this is a video about Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts and this offense would be fantastic. Doesn't matter if it's Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy, or Cortland Sutton. It's going to be the focus of the tight ends on this offense. I think that this would make for an explosive team and a team that can compete with the Kansas City Chiefs. But just keep in mind that it's going to be the Eagles, the Panthers, and the Chargers, on top possibly the Broncos, who are going to be the teams that draft Kyle Pitts in the NFL draft.
Well, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.